Well, we're finally getting around to some maintenance, and this is the first thing we're going to deal with. That is a mess, and that happens when the reusable spool just kind of pops out in the middle of the printer. So we're going to try and respool that using the Pastamatic. This is the Pastamatic. This is a respooler. You can print everything. You can find it on Maker Lab. So what we're going to do, we're going to very carefully put the wayward spool over here onto this. Alright, so there's the end of it. Got to make sure we got to try and keep it together so that it doesn't get any more nuts on us. Tighten it pretty good. Okay. And then what we do is we feed the end here through the tube, through the PTFE tube. And we get it onto the new spool. And I would tape it, but I can't find my tape, so we're just going to roll with it. Found some tape, taped it to the spool, so now we are going to start rolling. And this is kind of the tedious way, doing it by hand, making sure that there aren't any snags as you go. The spool's been sitting for a while. It might actually have some breaks in it. And we'll deal with that when we get to it. But as you can see, this is just kind of a slow and steady process. Now, you may see right here, there is a place to put a drill. But because this is just kind of a mess, if we get to a point where we get rid of a lot of these tangles, we can just use the drill and make it go a lot faster. But the goal here is to save as much of the filed spool as you can. You know, without, of course, breaking your... without breaking the Pastamatic, which is kind of what just happened. So keep going, just doing it by hand this time. It's not quite as pretty, but it's still getting the job done. You can see the way that it works. You've got this little part right here that goes back and forth to make sure that you're getting it as even as possible on the new spool. And we just keep going like this until we get it all wound. We'll just skip to the next where it's all wound up. You can see it took a few more times adjusting, but eventually we got a nicely respun spool with just a little bit left over because it's not as tight as the factory, but still works pretty well. And now it's ready to go back in service. We can use this little bit here for some overage when a spool's getting ready to run out. And that's how you respool after you have a major accident.